Ni hao ma. Good morning. The CIA meets today. CIA Day. Please answer the poll. Yeah, at noon. JGB, I sent you an email. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, my pleasure, JGB. I guess now's a pretty good time. Seems like a good transition in the music. You guys ready? Need a few more people on the vote. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community. More than 20,000, almost 21,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of planning our trades in advance because trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. And my name is Wayne. Ooh. Camera's kind of different, huh? Yeah, well, I got new speakers on my desk and had to move things around. All right, cool. Well, good to see you. Happy Monday. We got another great week in front of us. Lots of news. It's earnings week and all that kind of stuff. Holy smokes. So, well, I'll do my best to help. Let me know how it can help. Technical analysis. Hey, man, I've been doing this for 22 years. 20 years in front of people. So I've gained a lot of respect for technical analysis. I've learned a lot of things about how to use it. I've learned even more things on how not to use it. Cool. So I boiled it down to just a few things that I think are important. I'm happy to share what those are. Fundamentals, great. I passed the Series 3 and the Series 34. Those are fundamental tests over at the National Futures Association and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Very cool. I also have a macroeconomics degree from Harvard. Right on. So let me know if you have questions there. We can talk about monetary policy as well as macro. What else? Well, trader psychology. Hey, man, I've been there, done that, and made more mistakes than you. So, cool. I can share my strategy for survival. In my book that I wrote a million years ago, I actually said I like using the military analogy. If you've ever watched any war movie, there's always some old tough guy with scars all over his face. This guy just won't die. Well, if you listen to him, he'll teach you how to survive. That's me. I'm the old battle-scarred guy that says, hey, make sure your canteen isn't half empty, otherwise the enemy will hear you. Always bring multiple pairs of socks, all this kind of stuff, right? You don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need this. Well, all right, so cool. So anyways, that's me, and my name is Wayne. Right on. So nice to meet you. Let me know how it can help. With that being said, there are resources that I've gathered over the last couple of decades of doing Forex with retail Forex traders. Okay, one of the most important thing, if not the most important thing, is having a broker. Great. Well, most brokers make money by trading against you. They laugh at you when you lose money, and they're like, and they keep all your money for themselves. And the trick to that is they never actually execute your trade. It's called booking. Yeah, it's common. That's what most brokers do. If you want a broker that doesn't trade against you, that's tradersway.com. They're an ECN. They actually execute your trades. Cool. Right on. Symbiotic relationship. They need you to succeed, and that's why they're like, hey, Wayne, can you help our clients succeed by providing valuable education? I'm like, hell yeah. They're like, oh, that'd be great. And I'm like, pfft. So there you go. Very cool stuff. Hey, you want to learn how to trade? How about 100 hours of videos for $88? Is that fair? Okay, 100 hours of training videos for $88 a year. Trade planning, swing trading, Forex basics, price action, MT4, MT5, central banking essentials, day trading, macroeconomics, oil. It's just like, it's insane. It's insane. $88, investorbootcamp.com. QuantBox is a service that I own that automates, using artificial intelligence, but automates your macroeconomic research. It combines long-term analysis, like the COT report, or long-term analysis, like tapping directly into all the central banks and seeing what the central banks themselves project for the future. But it also looks at the here and now, short-term. What's happening right here, right now, not today or this week, but this hour. Things like the scatter plot. What's happening right here, right now. Amazing. So that's quantbox.co, and I might be launching soon a new AI service, completely different AI. And this one looks at crypto and Forex and energy and metals and single stocks like Nvidia and Apple, but also global indices like SPX, S&P 500 or FTSE or DAX, Nikkei. Okay, looks at them on 5 different time frames, looking for 8 different patterns. And then it looks, and if it finds a pattern like, let's say, a rising wedge, it'll say, okay, on this Euro-Aussie currency pair on the 4-hour time frame, how many times have I seen a rising wedge? And it'll say, I've seen that 27 times. Well, 22% of the time, it went down to here and it hit this profit target, and the 5 other times it did not. So then it calculates the probability. But remember, past performance does not predict future results, but it does calculate, well, how many times it worked in the past. And it shows you, and then it draws the wedge, and then draws the arrow, and it draws a little target, and it... So now you could ask, right? You could ask traders, you say, hey, traders, under the Forex radar, how many currency pairs right now have a 70% chance of succeeding based on past performance. Again, doesn't predict future results, but in the past, how often do you see a pattern that's worked 70% of the time? And it'll just go, boom, here's these 6 things on the particular time frames. Here's the patterns. Here's the probability. Here's the entry. Here's the target. This is how you move your stop. Boom. Holy smokes. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know. I'll put you on the cool kids list for the Whisper launch, right? If I can't get enough people, it's not worth the money and forget it. But I can launch this like very, 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 very soon. Probably in stages, but nonetheless, it's not just, oh, I think I can do it. No, it's going to be done if you want it. So if you're interested in something like that, visit traders.co, right? Radars for traders. Traders.co, and then put your email there to get on the Whisper list. Cool, right? Oh my God. Yeah, so there you go. So much going on in the world today. You're either adopting AI or you're being left behind. Cool. Oh, dang, that DJ made my day. All right, so let's take a look. Like the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. All right, what do you want to cover today? Gold, really? Gold, huh? All right, well, I'll I'll do you. I was thinking you do you, but then I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to cover it, so I'll do you. All right, well, look. Okay, boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. So we had last week a change in fundamentals. Okay, now this is one of the AI trade plans. Remember, its greatest strength is it does technical analysis. What is its greatest weakness? It doesn't do fundamentals. So we had this set up quite some time ago, and the AI said that we should work our way up, right? High probability that we will work our way up to 2070. And it worked its way up, not to $70, but only $65 from an entry down here to the target there. So we missed it by $5. And then what? Something fundamentally changed right in here. You know? That's it. Something fundamentally changed. So it wasn't bad. I don't think it's a bad trade. It got you up 65 of the $70 in projection. No, not bad. But then it also shows that something fundamentally has changed. So you can see that there are two concepts. That's why I'm utilizing AI to do two different things, because they're two completely different brains. You have a left brain and a right brain. Now I'm using AI to do fundamental analysis and technical analysis. They're not the same. There's nothing similar at all, but you kind of need both, don't you? And that's why, boom, right? So QuantBox and traders, right? So anyways, very interesting. So you can see a total collapse. And this is the idea of disinflationary powers, influence, disinflationary, right? So the Fed is not going to cut interest rates. The Fed is not going to cut interest rates. The Fed is not going to cut interest rates in March. Well, QuantBox told you that in November. Some people are just finding out last week. Ha! Ha! Or they're like, oh, did you see Jay Powell? Yeah, on 60 Minutes. Oh my God, he's not going to raise. Really? Well, right? Welcome to the world, bro. So anyways, people are just waking up to the cruel awakening. Wow. Gee whiz. Well, good for them. But anyways, what happens in that scenario is you get a shift to the right. And by that, I mean a shift from here to here. Okay, check this out. A month ago, okay, this was 70%. Oh, A week ago, it was 50%. Okay, last week at the end, right before non-farm payrolls, it was 20%. Today, right now, it's 15%, and later today, it's probably going to drop all the way down to 7%. So where's all that money going? Here, because the equal opposite reaction is this was rising as this has been falling. So the money is going this way, and that typically is USD up. That's usually SPX down. Okay. And, well, cool. There you go. So if USD up, what does that mean for gold? Well, gold is gold, but it's priced in dollar. So now if dollar's going up, you don't need as many dollars to buy gold, and it comes down. Okay, all talked about and set up all last week. Okay. There's the vol on the Fed meeting, then the, right, non-farm payrolls, and then do-da, do-da. Do-da-do-da-do-da-do, oh, do-da-dee. Nice, right? Oh, dang, that DJ made my day. I'm going to move this over, but nonetheless. Okay. Do-da, do-da. Remember, Grumpy Cat, it doesn't predict. It only sees. Let's see. I don't have it in front of me. I don't have it in front of me. Yeah, sorry. I don't have it in front of me. Sorry. But let's take a look at something I do have in front of me. Do-da. Do-da. Okay. I want to show you the importance of the change. So this is QuantBox. Remember, once again, QuantBox is also not predicting the future. In this case, it's statistically analyzing the trend. And based on what had happened before the Fed meeting and before non-farm payrolls, we are on a linear projection somewhat like this. I guess I have to change that. Let me delete that. Let me put it gray. And it's thinking the trend as of Friday was sloped like this. And I believe it was steeper than that pre-Fed meeting. Okay. And so QuantBox isn't wrong. You're like, Wayne, it looks like gold's coming down. Yes. Okay. Yes. But what was? This is the difference. What was? And this shows you, like, it's so important that past performance doesn't predict future results that, you can see it here. It's our job to know what is, but then pay attention to what should be. And that is the fundamentals. This is purely technical. So you can see we're above a 21 SMA. We have been on gold sloping going back to the beginning of this year. And there has been a positive rise over the run, which is this measure here. Okay. And if that had continued forever, that's where we'll be. Knowing that things may have changed in regards to monetary policy, meaning the market had priced in bullishness, and now they have found out they're wrong, okay? You have the ability to think forward. AI is just AI. It's just a machine, okay? That's a smart machine, but you're smarter. And so what you want to say is, well, you have a new hypothesis. There's a new sheriff in town. If the market just learned that the Fed is not going to cut interest rates, then you might start thinking this way. Okay? And that's what we call bias. And if you don't see that in the market today, then you don't trade it. But you want to start looking for signs that maybe it does something like that or it does something like that. Now you have like an average price, you have a moving average price, you have an absolute average moving price, and then you have a updating every 21 moving average, and you're like, so I wonder what this might look like. Whoop, you see? So it had been bullish. Things may have changed, and that is fundamental. Now, for those that are subscribers or interested in QuantBox, if I have time, I am going to send out an email to y'all, again, to all subscribers and to anyone that's interested in it. I'm going to release some upgrades. If not this week, then very soon. I just might not have the time. But I'm going to unlock these new sections. So these are upgrades that have been worked on for the last, I don't know, month and a half of development work. New and improved ways for us to analyze the economy, inflation levels, the labor market, and interest rates around the world and for different types of asset classes. Cool. No, there's no fee, there's no upgrade, as long as you have a pro subscription, and most people do. Well, there you go. Compliments of the firm. Thank you for being subscribers, and I hope you see that I'm reinvesting back into the firm. Cool. So anyways, be ready. Sometime soon I'm going to show you these and unlock them. Nice. Okay. I just want to quickly see if anything's changed here. Today, in today's video, I went over the COT report. But this is going to be the important pages today. Super important. Ooh, it's even backed off. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, cool. Let's get off that. Boom. No more AI. Yeah, I don't think I have a page open to get any projections from traders. Yeah, I don't have any of my emails open. And I don't have anything else open. Hang on, let me see if I just happen to have something. Oh, ISM today? That's interesting. Let's see. Yes, okay, I do have that actually. Traders actually revised this trade plan and had a moving average. When did it actually do this one? I'm not logged into the actual database. February 5th at 3 o'clock in the morning, but that was earlier. So 9 o'clock last night. It was saying if there's a breach of this, oops. So it draws a line like that. I think I have that right. I think so. At 28. It has it at 28. It says if there's a breach of that, then the target is like this. So it draws a little arrow. Basically, it's like this, right? I can't read it up there. So it broke 27.83, supported by a downward sloping moving average. So it says kick off the moving average, which it did. So it's been right there. I don't see the target. I'm not in the database. It looks like 2012. And we're at 2018. I think it's 2012, 2011. So let's see. Let me set this up simple. So it said like 9 o'clock last night. It said if there's a breach of this, sell the pullback and take it down to 2012. So let's just put it there, a little bit lower than when we are now. And it said specifically because of the moving average, which is interesting. Remember, it's looking for technical patterns only. Again, I'm not logged in, so I don't know if it has probability. It saw it on a 30-minute chart, which is interesting. Oh yeah, well there you go. Boy, that was actually very good. Okay, I'm trying to give you the truth. I'm not trying to like fabricate anything. That's what it said. So on a 30-minute chart, it says it should take most of the day. It was 9 o'clock last night. Okay, and drop if it breaks, catch it off the moving average, which it did. Drop to 12.12, and because I'm not logged into the actual date. Oh, there's the price. 2011. So, okay, a little bit less than that. 2011, so it's a couple more bucks. But it doesn't show on this, doesn't show probability. It would be in the database. But there you go. That's what it had. Okay. So what do you think, Grumpy Cat? So it actually draws the line. It tells you the price. Okay. It draws the arrow. It gives the projection. It tells you why. So downward sloping moving average. So kick it off the EMA. Sound bad, right? 2011, that's actually, it's too much. It's 2011's about there. So it tells you what it's looking at, on what time frame, what it sees, and projects out. And usually, depending on the situation, will give you the actual probability. But I don't have that data right now. So I just have chunky because I'm looking at it, and because right now it's emailing me updates. Cool. Okay. It's actually 2011.074. So look, let me be accurate. It says, and I'll just cut and paste. So I'll just copy, and I'll go here, paste. That's what it says. And it said it last night when we were up in here. Okay. And if you're saying, well, why that price? I don't know. It's artificial intelligence. It looked at everything. It looked at every time it saw this pattern on gold going back for how many period. And it just said, that's what it sees. And I believe if I was actually logged into the back office, I could also get a probability. But the thing is, it's seen it before many times, and this is what it's projecting based on what it's seen. Remember, it's not smart per se. It's just seen this pattern on this asset on this time frame many times before, and this is the statistics of that. This is what it says. Now, Grumpy Cat says, yeah, well, if you play pivot points, that's not what it's doing. You do you. That's what I would do, right, Grumpy Cat? That's what I would do. But if you want to know what I would do, that's what TradePlans.ai is. That's pretty good. This is something that can analyze 1,000 different things looking for 8 patterns. And then it'll say, dude, that's what I see. So imagine of 1,000 different things it's watching, there's 5 opportunities that it recognizes as high probability. So now you're only informed of those 5 things. And the 995 things that are low probability or no probability, you won't be informed of. Cool. So there you go. That's that. Yeah. So anyways, I have a meeting with the development team in 2 hours to get updates. Okay. So again, if you, I have to put it here, put your name on the list if you're interested. Because I'm going to start it with a whisper launch to only those people that are keen. Okay. Put your name on the whisper list. I'm going to give you, we're going to do a vote in a few days on a few different aspects of the community. So this is your opportunity to help shape the future of traders.co. All right. Anywho, going to the next new thing. The new toy of the day is really going to be the stock market, my humble opinion. We have ISM later today, but we also have earnings later today. I think the Jay Powell conversation on 60 Minutes could be the thing. And okay, I'm hedged for the down. Okay, and I'm wondering what's up. So bulls, I covered this last night in the day trading group. That's investorbootcamp.com if you're interested in the day trading group. But I said, look, the battle today is whether it's down or up. And I'm like, but based on the way I read the fundamentals, I think it really should be down. But we had this massive move on non-farm payrolls, but there was also the peace in the Middle East narrative. There was like Apple and Meta and Amazon and all that pushing all of this up. I'm like, huh. Well, I own this. I own the stock market, so I'm benefiting. But I think it means this. So, you know, we have to be prepared for both scenarios today. And I believe the Powell speech is pushes this more down than up, but I don't know the future. So this is why it gets really interesting. Of course, I think down, but I need to accept being wrong and not be stubborn. Okay? So holy smokes. So today's open in particular is good. If not, I got a bail on my hedge. If not, if it does fall, then my hedge is okay. Yeah, and I'm not a huge hedger. I'm not a huge hedging guy. I typically am anti-hedging, but when it comes to my pension fund, I've been using hedging and using futures. And I'm going to discuss this today with the CIA, but I may not do that anymore. There's a better way, and I should have been more open-minded to it. But you can't know everything, but you should learn from your mistakes. So, anyways, maybe I can get out of this and it all works out. But then the downside to that, then I lose actually more money on the cash position. So I'd rather lose money on a hedge, and that is what the point of a hedge is. Yeah. So, anyways, there might just be a better way. Cool. So, very important day today in the stock market. All right, so we covered gold, we covered the stock market. You guys, some of y'all are interested in euro, probably euro buck. So we can do euro buck, euro buck. Okay. Now remember, I'm a dollar bull, and very cool. We know a couple of things here, and we knew this like last week. So like, there's nothing new yet, but I need to I'll teach you. Look, bulls would buy here. There's only one bullish opportunity. Bears sell here and here. And we knew that last week. We covered it. We know it over and over and over again. And in fact, you can call this a role reversal. You know what I'm talking about? So there's two selling opportunities, and there's only one buying opportunity. And I'm a bear. So what does that mean to me? That's your sell. Bulls bought here. They made money. Everything was good. Now they were knocked out at break even. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, nothing lost. They had an opportunity. Didn't work out. Fine. Good. Right on. Nice. So, right? Cool. Now what? Short-term target is down here. Longer-term target is down here. Now, because of this, we have a longer-term target. So, okay, this is the most likely outcome based on the pattern that I see. But it'll probably take a week or so. It might be next week. Cool, right? Now you're like, oh, but Wayne, but I don't see you on that. Oh, right. Well, if you need eye candy, if that makes you feel happy, let's get off this Noki. Oh, MT4, why do you do this to me? There we go. Cool. So here's an Aussie dollar short. Here's the roll reversal I covered last night in the day trading group. But nonetheless, here we are. And I've been short for over a month. And I'm short at 67. We're below 65, so I'm more than 200 pips. So you can just translate to me. To me, it's Kiwi dollar down. It's Euro dollar down. It's USD CAD up. It's USD yen up. It's all the same. Remember the one thing I teach you over and over and over again? Well, this has been my one thing for over a month. In fact, my one thing is based on here. Actually, a little later here. Yeah. I wonder if I made that like the first day of, might have made that the first, that might have been January 1st. So anyways, there's my point. It's been falling since then. Very cool. Pound dollar down, of course. Now we're hitting target. You can see there's no clear setup here off the pivot. So what this tells me is this is an indirect trade. People are not actually making this trade. You're just observing it. So that's typically an R1, S1, and we've just made it through the S1. Okay, and now we're on the M1. Okay, but it's more of a breakout pullback. So I'd almost kill the pivots. I don't believe the pivots are what are in play. It's price action. So I would find like this more valid. So, you know, your simple run of the mill, you know, like na 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 kind of thing, and then you go na 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 na, and so what would we see here? Like something like this. Not that clean, but you know, something like that. Okay, not a pivot play, just simple price action. You're like, Wayne, that's too exotic. A lot of people hate this setup. So we could look at it something similar, but different. As I say in Canada, the same, only different. Where's my Lucas bands? I have one over here. There it is, Lucas ribbons. You can look at it this way. Same, only different. Okay, clearly below the ribbons, clearly trending. Okay. If you've read my book and all that kind of stuff, if you've done my original, you know, smart planning training course and all that kind of stuff, I cover all this. This is called braiding, and that means it's range. And then this is the breakout, and now we call that trend. Okay, cool. So wouldn't it be interesting if, okay, that happens next. Cool. Done. All right, so today I'm hosting the Council of Investment Advisors for a portfolio performance review. We also are going to do our recession model and get an update on the likelihood that we're in a recession right now, which is very important. We'll know we're in a recession way before everybody else does. We have the most modern model for that. It's a secret. I can't tell you. Well, I can tell you. I won't. But that's for the CIA because we're trying to figure out the future. We're making investments with my money 10, 15, 20, 30 years in advance. So we have to do a lot of macro, but we also have to do a lot of discussion. The number one mandate is lower volatility. Currently, the portfolio has lower volatility than the S&P 500. Very significantly lower volatility. Okay? And our total return isn't that far off from the S&P 500 despite lower vol. Oh, well, that's great. Well, it's a total return, so we give up some asset appreciation, but we make up for it with cash. Cash, baby, cash. Why is that important? Well, if I was too old to work, then my money is going to work for me. And so this portfolio will pay my mortgage, will buy my medicine, will pay my cell phone bill, put gas in my car, will buy Christmas gifts for my grandchildren. And then when I die, my money will still be working for me, even though, I'm pushing daisies, taking a dirt nap. My money will still be alive, still be making money, and I can give all that money that it continues to make to my children or my grandchildren, or I can give all that money to charity. Because we run the Council of Investment Advisors, and here's the cup to prove it. We manage it as an endowment. And the goal is my money is going to live forever. So if you're interested in being a money manager, or if you just want to see me turn, 50 grand into $1 million, join the CIA, but you can only join once. If you quit, you're out. We're not interested. Pass. If you want real world experience, even though you don't know anything about investing, you don't know anything about portfolio construction, you don't know anything about stocks, that's good. I don't want you to know anything. I'm going to teach you. And we're going to use my money. Cool. So investorbootcamp.com/CIA. So today is a performance review. Probably be just an hour and a half. Probably actually, there's a lot to discuss actually. At least discuss what needs to go on to the next meeting. So it could almost be 2 hours today. I wouldn't be shocked. The big meetings are SEP meetings, and that's when the council meets for voting, and we rebalance, we rotate, and we make new investments. So at the March meeting, we'll probably invest another, certainly more than $5,000, maybe as much as 10,000. Last meeting, we invested 10,000 more. So right now I think there's 65,000 in the account. We started with 50, now there's 65, and we might bump that up, the next notch. Cool. So great. Lots to discuss. So if you want a track record of success and you want to piggyback and become a money manager one day, or you want to manage money for a charity, or if you want to run an endowment, if you want to give back to society, if you want to know how to manage your own retirement account, well, you'll manage mine. Might be a good experience. Bitcoin. Yeah, we could do some Bitcoin. Let me pop that link, though, because literally in the next few hours after my development meeting, we'll be doing the CIA meeting. investorbootcamp.com/CIA. So hurry up. All right. Bitcoin. Yeah. Well, Bitcoin obviously is going to be relative to your risk on or risk off sentiment. Okay. So what do you see here? Okay, we did this 2 weeks ago, I think. Now what? By the way, traders.com has the price, traders.co has the price and time data for a lot of crypto. Now, in the development meeting today, I have a development meeting in an hour and a half. I'm going to decide which crypto to dump and which to keep, meaning to cut out of the service. So how many people here Um, how do you say it? I mean, I don't know. There's two questions. If you used traders.co and you were going to use a crypto radar, what what crypto do you want? There's stuff on there I don't even know. Like I'm not that big of a crypto. I own some Shiba Inu. I own a bunch. I have a Bitcoin all the time. I think ADA. I own some. There's a bunch of little things, obscure things that I just kind of pick up for cheap, but not really, a full time crypto guy. I'm a macro guy that then would look at crypto. I use Bitcoin because it actually is a good way to do business. So I do a lot of business transactions on my consulting business. I get paid in Bitcoin and then convert. Um, but there's stuff on there that it does, and it'll even do like Bitcoin priced in yen, and I'm like, what? Um, but I I don't think I don't need that to start with. Like if we're gonna do a whisper launch and a soft launch. See, the problem with traders, right? Traders.co, this technology is expensive. So we don't need everything all at once. I would need, you know, a lot of money. And that ain't going to happen, right? So we got to like, what do we want to start with? And I don't think we need like, I don't know what any of the stuff is. So um, which are the most important, right? Like I'm thinking I'm going to kill everything except Bitcoin, Ether, and what do you guys want? Ripple and what's the what, like five? Maybe some Ripple, maybe some ADA, maybe some what? There's not much left after that. But even some of that, like right, some of those are already dead in my mind. So I'm like, which one do you want? So right, but XLM and yeah, is Quant actually uh, a coin? I, maybe I can just log in. Let me just get back. Let me get over this and see if I can just get this. Oh, it's not in this account. Hang on, I got to get in a different account. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I have to log into the account. Hang on. I don't I don't stay in the database all the time. All right. Let me no. And I'm blocked out again anyways. Oh, maybe it's a different one. Hang on. Oh, good. All right. Cool. The security does work, which is nice. All right, hang on. Let me tell you what's in the database. Crypto. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. ADA in dollar, Bitcoin in CAD, Bitcoin in euro, Bitcoin in yen, Bitcoin in dollar, dash Bitcoin, dash ETH, dash euro. Like I'd kill dash. ETH is cool, but all in these. Do you guys trade Ethereum in Aussie dollars? Do you guys care about this stuff? Would you spend money on it? Like if you care about it, then you have to spend money on it, right? Well, in hell, they should be the same. Okay. All right. So let me see if I can copy and paste this out of the database. Will it let me? Like, yeah. Okay. Hang on. All right. Check this out. Look at all this stuff. I don't want to spend money on this if you guys don't want it. Ripple, Bitcoin, Litecoin dollar. Like, okay, Litecoin dollar, I get. Ethereum dollar, yep. Ethereum yen? Ethereum versus Bitcoin? Okay, Dash? No, I'll kill Dash. Like, we don't need all this crap. I don't want to spend money on it. Do you want to spend money on this stuff? It's too much, right? Because remember, you have to pay a service to bring in the candlestick data on multiple time frames, right? Kyle says, yeah, maybe kill just Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin and Ethereum for sure. In dollar, but not Canadian dollars, not in euro. It's just too much. Depend on the cost. It's incredibly expensive, Osamu. All of this is ridiculously expensive. Like, like I was saying before, if 100 people started at the soft launch, it wouldn't cover the costs. Yeah, right? Lucas says, yeah, you pair it back to the T dub. Um, yeah, well, it's more like, look, if no one even does crypto, no one really cares outside of Bitcoin, then maybe I just do Bitcoin as a currency and just, but anyways. So at least Bitcoin and Ethereum is what I was thinking, and only in dollar. Well, sure, Greg. We're not in a philosophical debate here. I only use it for that, but but there are ETFs now that are investing into Bitcoin, and so it wouldn't be unreasonable. Anyways, let's get back to this. Thank you for that feedback. See, this is the type of thing I need you to sign up for the to get on the whisper list, because I'm gonna send a few emails, not promotional emails. You either care or you don't care. So if you do care about this idea of having AI do technical analysis and all this stuff, I'm going to ask you, like, what do you want it to analyze? But also, I want you to help me pick the right logo, for example, and other things. I need to know what you want and what you need and what you want me to focus on if I build this for you. You see? So please visit traders.co and put your name on the whisper list, and then we can start the conversation of what is that you need. Okay? But right now I can go to like the stock market. I can say, traders, let's go to the radar for the stock market. And what I'm talking about is individual stocks. And give me patterns that have 70% probability. And it shows me Pfizer, Apple, Moderna, and Intel. It shows me on two charts are 60 minutes, and one is a 4-hour chart, and another one is a daily chart. I mean, it's Some of these, like, listen to this. Some of these think you're going to, these are all 70, right? So I'm not going to give you the signals, if you will. I want you to use the service more like almost an education tool on how to do technical analysis. But, you know, there's one trade that is expected to is 79% chance, it thinks, based on past performance. Doesn't predict the future, but in the past, this pattern has produced that the move that it's predicting in 1 hour. There's another one in 1 hour. There's another one in 26 days. There's an 80% chance. Here's another one, 72% chance in 1 hour. It draws the break of support, so it's a short. On a 4 hour, it draws an arrow, the support, and it even gives you a price target. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but like out of all the stocks it's analyzing on all the different time frames and all the different patterns, it found 4. Ha 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 ha! Oui, oui, oui! Huh? Les poissons, how I love les poissons. Yeah. And no, that means fish. Put your head in the right spot. Gee whiz. Anyways, all right. So what do you think? I asked the question, what do you see here? That's what I see. Okay. Traders.co sounds pretty cool, huh? I mean, yeah, I know. I know, right? Put your name on the list. Put your name on the list. I'm not going to spam you, but I'll tell you what, you can help me build it. Build the perfect launch. We'll start with only the most important, and then we'll grow it from there. All right, so Brenty coming down, oily coming down, oily. Oily. All right, let's go to, do you want to do a 4H? I already have it drawn. This was from last night, I believe, of something like this. So we were way down here. And the idea is don't sell it yet. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Or if you're a bull, and of course, if you're part of that group, you know if I'm a bull or a bear. Okay. Those are the two most likely outcomes. So which one are you? Hey, JGB, if you're still here, I wouldn't switch. I wouldn't worry about something like that. Shouldn't be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but the cost shouldn't be prohibitive for long-term investments. But again, I don't know I don't know the details. So like, don't listen to me, but I wouldn't make, uh, I wouldn't make that type of cost that big of a deal. But most important is taxes because they're ongoing. a, a short term expense is not a big deal, in my humble opinion. Um, boo, 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 boo. Move around here. And yeah, we'll see. Okay, what's going on in the yen? So yesterday, last night, anyways, all the yens were green except Aussie, and I'm like, ooh. See, everything was up except this one, and I'm like, and it doesn't look like it should. So we're going to get into a very interesting scenario here. Here's the two things that are likely to happen today. Interesting, huh? Yeah. And I think what's happening is USD yen is hitting, our top, and that can change the game for everything. Look, we've had this here forever, bro, forever. So, what are the top two things that are likely to happen here? Based on technical analysis, you'd like some sort of kick off the 21, or it's a top, bro. And you get a double top and a drop, followed by lower high, lower low. Yeah, which one? Oh no. Right on, JGB. Yeah, again, I don't know the specifics, right? But uh, how you say it's it's actively managed with passive investments. Like there shouldn't be a significant amount of moving around, which generates a lot of expense. I don't really want that, right? That's not the intention, and I don't think we're going to run into a significant problem. But we can talk about that in greater detail in private, or in the privacy of the CIA meeting today. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely investing. So, like some of the conversations that I want to bring in, I don't know, let's say in the summer, is talk about like how an account like this could be similar to what is called the Yale model, which is I'm building a pension as I'm building my pension is really an endowment. So when I'm dead, it will no longer be a pension; it'll be an endowment. So in this case, then you're like, well, if it's an endowment, what are the various endowment models? One of the most popular, as far as discussion of such things right now, is the Yale model. Well, I met with the president of the Yale endowment, the investment officer of the Yale endowment. She was in my classroom. I talked to her personally, right? Um, um, and so, cool. How would it be similar and how would it be different? And well, let's say the similarities is that expenses matter, but they're not trades. And in fact, the interesting thing about a true endowment model is they actually don't care about up and down. And I'm learning more and more that I need to bring a finer balance between me as a trader and then us as money managers and investors, because like the extreme is you go to an endowment model and they're like, because of the portfolio construction, we're already hedged. So there's no need to hedge volatility, because from the endowment point of view, from the portfolio construction point of view, what volatility? But yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, right, Jim. We're definitely not going to churn my own account, right? So it's like, okay, well, I don't want to be so extreme, because like, let's say a Yale model will invest into a lot of things that we just can't do, and lots of things that are illiquid. And this is a real challenge for smaller endowments. So when I worked on the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, I worked on their endowment strategies, and the Lincoln Center, and what was another one? I worked on, anyways, many endowment strategies during my class at Harvard, and actually met the people. Um, and I disagreed with a lot of what they did. Now, maybe it made sense for them because they were so big, uh, but for smaller endowments, it's certainly wrong. And for my own money, there's things I can learn from those endowments that would be eye-opening, and we'll talk about that. And then there are things we can't do or shouldn't do or won't do, but we can beg, borrow, and steal from the other models, right? And so, anyways, I don't want to do that this meeting or the March meeting, but maybe this summer. I think that might be fun. That might be a fun conversation. But as Jim says, yeah, we're not going to churn and burn my account, because it would just cost me money. It's expensive. Yeah, we're not going to do that. But having thought about it over the weekend, I'm like, I need to be more. I need to have even more endowment philosophy, but not too much. Okay. So, anyways, USD yen, big. Follow that one today. Swissy, the down. I think my radar pulled this out, and I don't know if I still have it, because it updates in real time all the time. So I don't know if it's still there. Let me pull up my Forex radar. And Swissy yen, I thought I saw it email me. Swissy yen, yeah. All right. So last night, 2.5. That's this morning, but then adjusted for server time. Yeah, late last night, I guess around Asia Open, it had a break at 171.20. 170. Ooh. Oh, geez. Really? That can't be right. I must have read that wrong. Entry 171.20. Shut the back door. I ignored it. I remember thinking, I wouldn't do that. Ooh. All right, 171.20 last night at the open. Yeah, I'm not even joking. At the open, it has a move from what it looks like down to, what's the target on this? It's an hourly chart, so I'll have to redraw this. Well, let's just move that. Hourly chart. So okay, so it dropped. Okay, so it happened after this move, I believe. So look at that, though. It nailed it. 171.20. Look at that. Whoa. It's nearly perfect. Like a half a pip. And it's targeting 170.04. So it's saying here to 170.04. 170. Right here, huh? Huh. Well, interesting. 170.04 on an hourly time frame. It will take 1 day, 76% probability, having seen this pattern before, and it's already moved the stop to break even. Shut the back door. It says, though, it could actually go to 169.05. So this is how it presents itself. 170.04 is here. And then what was it? Where is that? 169.05. 169. Shoot, I have to draw it down here. 169. Oh, dude. What do you think? Is it playing pivot points? Yeah. So anyways, that's what it looks like. And it's already moved the stop since last night. Hey, that's pretty good, actually. Huh. 76% chance in 1 day that it should get to 170.04, but the actual target is 169.05. Huh. Well, hails bells. That ain't bad. I get that. No, it's tradars.co. Completely different AI that we're developing. Yeah, that ain't bad. I get that. That's not bad. Looks like just really the bottom of the range, but it must be looking at these pivots too. Or maybe not. Nonetheless, like, dude, it's a breakout. Now, if I were to, I want to try to figure out what it's doing, because remember, it just sees patterns. It doesn't know anything. It doesn't think per se. It's only doing patterns. Yeah, see? All right. All right. All right. All right. This makes total sense. All right, day traders, this is what we do all the time, right? Day traders? All right. Look at this. This is our sell zone, the exact same sell zone that the radar did. 170.05. It's the same target. That's the conservative target. And that's just a day trade. We do this all day, every day. Cool. And then I suppose you could argue the next target that the radar is doing is really sort of a swing, isn't it? It's incorporating a day trade and a swing trade. Well, shoot, that's exactly what we do. It just did it for us. See, now that makes me feel better, because I do not disagree with that. That's exactly what I teach. Huh. Well, cool. Cool. Interesting. Oh. Yeah. Jar Jar Banks likes. Jar Jar likes trade plan. Jar Jar likes technical analysis and trade plans. Oh my God. God dang, that DJ made my day. Huh? Gee whiz. Shut the back door. Cool. Dude, my son's investing $600 this month into his retirement account. Dude, not bad for a teenager. Son of a that extra. He's gonna bump his monthly investment up another 20%. Oh my God, he's gonna be so rich, dude. He's like, what should I buy? Oh my God. The council's going to help me decide what my son should invest into during his retirement account. That's amazing how my kids have retirement accounts and they're teenagers. So anyway, CIA, you're going to help me manage my money and my son's money. Sweet. Can't wait to discuss that with y'all. I'm going to say stay cash for now. Okay. All right. Dude, it's weird to be jealous of your teenage children, isn't it? If I had started saving well, let's just call it the 80s. Wowzer, huh? All right. Anywho, yeah. Cool. Cool. Interesting. Well, I'm spent. I'm exhausted. The market's going to open. I got things to cry and whine about. So I'll leave it here. CIA, remember CIA, the Council of Investment Advisors. We meet today at noon. I've sent an email. I'm likely going to send another one with the link. We are looking for a few other members. We have a few people interested. One is committed, but will not make this meeting. We'll make the next one. So I'm excited to welcome that person to the council soon. The other two people, what's up? Now, one of them said they want to commit, but not now, which is a non-committed commitment, which I don't mind. And the other person, ghosting. Hey, I'm interested. Here's information. I'm not going to respond anymore. Well, hey, to that person, come on now. Okay, so we got a lot. And by the way, just Joseph has been working nonstop for like a week, day and night, preparing for this meeting for us. So, right? How can someone join the CIA? First of all, I want you to know nothing or nearly nothing. Okay? So if you don't know nothing, but you want to know something, that's great. And it's really, there's two things. A, learn how to manage your own retirement account, like an endowment, so that you can die wealthy and give all your money to your children. Meanwhile, live a fruitful life on the income. The other people are like for money managers. If you want to manage OPM, other people's money, I'm going to teach you the most conservative way you could possibly do it. It's so conservative that the Wall Street firm that hosts the money, their risk assessment didn't even have a word for how conservative it was. So I put some money into some other assets, and it bumped it up to the new word conservative. So we are just barely conservative, and we used to be significantly lower risk than conservative. And CIA members, we went through it and we did all the stress testing, and it was weird. There wasn't even a word for how conservative this fund was, but it's still producing impressive results. Yeah. So anyways, maybe thank you, Harvard. And think about that. Harvard brought in the president of the Yale Endowment. That's cool too, right? Like I got to meet the president of the Yale Endowment. Hey, that's ballsy. Thank you, Harvard. Love it. Stanford, dude, you got to email me, wayne@fxbootcamp.com. You need to do it now or sign up now, like now, dude. Let's go. All right, have a wonderful day, everybody. The stock market's open. Ding, 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 ding.